We've reached the final week of the regular season. Buffalo's looking to sweep the series for the second straight year. It's the Jets and Bills in Week 18, and the action heads your way next.
We are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Bills Stadium in Orchard Park. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they've gone a full half season since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They've created quite an identity, and I know they want and expect this streak to get to 9.
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. But they also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. First carry for the former Tar Heel, Michael Carter. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Play action. It's Wilson. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. Man open, here is Crowder. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone...
Touchdown, Jets! Tevin Coleman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White. So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all, and Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year, and we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001 following the attacks on September 11th.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Wilson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. Escapes the defender. The 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Michael Carter, 59 yards. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield. And
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. Coleman, the 1st down and a little extra. He's at the 40, past the 20, and he's in. Touchdown, touchdown, Jets. Tevin Coleman with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slow?
So this offense will head back out there. They're in excellent field position after the fumble recovery. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Michael Carter with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets continue to pull away here in this first half.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5 on the 10. They should be ready to go.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
So from back deep in their own territory all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance because...
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Now Wilson on first down. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. It got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Man, it's
Corey
good to see you
Davis
baby.
with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball. They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And that is caught. And the record is his. It's a touchdown.
There you go. Got him again. Got him again.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats?
Who?
You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear
that is
by the time
one
we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And some room to work. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Touchdown.
Tevin Coleman with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And this Jet offense starting to run away with this one.
Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This one caught by Crowder. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Carter will try the right side.
Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
It's a big play that time by the Jets.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
They'll try to run for it with Carter.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Michael Carter.
Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Jets get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
146 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ballgame and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the draw play, Coleman. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
49.
A handoff for Carter.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Michael Carter.
A 10-yard touchdown run. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on.
So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for
So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. On first down, Carter. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Hey, check. 49's the mic. Watch 49. Bring it.
Carter once more.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Elijah Moore
with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like...
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Key the tight end.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Another run on 2nd down with Carter.
And some room to roam now. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 38-yard line.
202 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Shotgun snap and a give to Carter.
Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
That was tight right there.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in...
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
They'll go again with Carter.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go. 18 Gator. 46 boys.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And a fake here, direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Strip that ball.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carter, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Second and 8.
49.
Another tote for Carter.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets,
it's one more win to finish the season as they wrap up with a sterling 15-2 record.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Buffalo,
they wanted desperately to finish above 500, but that will not happen as it is an 8-9 season in the end.
And they can...